This is how we started the episode. Ah! We did it again! And by we, I mean me! And I fucked up! And now it's gone! You all didn't see it, but the conversations were fucking amazing! We're gonna talk about them again, but in less detail because it was fucking awesome the first time!
Damn it.
God damn it! Where do we start? Where do we fucking start? Shh. We start with the opener. Run the opener.
I got this. Yeah, what up, everybody? It's NY Emperor X, aka NNX, so you can just call me X, but it's your boy. Yeah, your boy. Ooh, and this dusty motherfucker right here is
the guy who forgot to push the button, the guy who also fucked up everything, and I'm a simple man of simple pleasures, otherwise known as a Moose King. God damn it! I hate losing footage! God damn it! We talked about YouTube monetization, Team 4-Star and their amazing fucking voiceovers, Broly, Game of Thrones!
We'll start with that. We'll start with at least you have the memory to backtrack it.
I know.
Because me, I just talk and I forget what I just said, and I expect you to know.
Welcome to an extended episode of Xenoverse. Why is it extended? Because I fucked up while we were filming and didn't record all the good shit that you guys just missed. Even though this episode's gonna be fucking great anyways.
So, let's start with Team 4-Star.
Team 4-Star.
Team 4-Star, they're a great fucking company.
Absolutely.
And they've done nothing but do great parodies.
Oh, absolutely.
But they keep getting fucked. And it's not... Toy doesn't do it on purpose.
Nope. It's the fucking YouTube bots. It's the goddamn YouTube bots.
Now, I am sad to hear about the Kai situation. That definitely is Toy and Funimation's fault.
What Kai situation?
You said that the scene got cut, right?
Oh yeah, the DBZ Kai episode. Right.
Yep.
There was a deleted scene that featured. There was a deleted scene in Dragon Ball Z Kai that featured a recreation of the Cell fight, but all the voice actors that they got to do like the little puppet fight was the Team 4-Star actors, and the scene got cut from the DBZ Kai episode, even though it did show up on the DVD.
Right. Now here's my thing. That's sad because a lot of people don't buy the DVD.
You know, when the fuck is the last time you went out and said, I'm going to Kmart to get a goddamn DVD?
Let's be very honest. Who really, unless you were like us, but growing up in the 90s and shit, who really buys Dragon Ball Z shows or videos or anything anymore?
We got it the same way then that we got it now. The only difference is it ain't Napster no more.
You know what's sad? The anime community is the only community I know that does what all these toy markets in America want. The Hasbro movies, the whole Transformer movies, that's all to sell toys. That's the only reason why they have those movies, is to sell more toys.
It's fucking true.
You know, Dragon Ball, we're not going to buy your episode. We'll download it. We'll watch it. But we're not buying it.
And then we'll
buy all your merch.
Right.
Everything. We'll buy it all.
You got a Dragon Radar? Done.
But in America, we're not buying your toys. We'll buy the movies.
We'll buy the movies. Yeah, right.
You know
right. Oh, fucking A, man. Fucking A. It's so goddamn true, though.
Anyways,
Legos, Transformers, fucking My Little Pony,
Battleship. They had a Battleship
movie. That fucking movie was the worst goddamn thing in the world. Oh, my poop stick is so amazed by everything that's
I didn't think it was that bad, but it was no by any means great or good. It was an okay movie. I put it to you this way. I'll put it to you this way. This is the scales I put it. Was it sci-fi bad? Or was it like a fucking blockbuster hit?
Was it sci-fi bad?
And to be honest, it wasn't sci-fi bad. I would, if they put that movie on sci-fi, I'd watch it.
I'm fucking crying.
I'd watch it. Bro.
How bad was it? It was sci-fi bad.
Bro, I love the Sci-Fi Channel. I really do.
But
come on, bro. Upgrade your graphics already. Nigga, we're in 2018.
Of course, Supernatural's been using the same goddamn FX engine since the first episode.
You know how bad it is? You know how bad it is? Check this out. The first Deep Blue Sea movie, good graphics.
Right.
For its time.
Right.
Second Deep Blue Sea movie, worse graphics than the first movie. What the fuck?
Brother, Sharknado.
God damn it. But tell me I'm lying. But tell me I'm lying.
You're not wrong.
It's like, yo, what the fuck? What kind of garbage is this?
Slide out, my fucking cheeks hurt. Slide out. I can't take this.
Yo, it's true. Yo. And I understand there's some people who like that corny shit. But come on, bro. You're doing it to the masses right now. People want to see good graphics. And you brought it out as a Deep Blue Sea 2 movie. No!
For those of you who don't know, Deep Blue Sea is actually one of his favorite movies as far as sharks.
That was my favorite movie.
So seeing a desecration that was the second one really hurt him.
I could couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. I want to watch the whole movie just to say I saw it. But the first 15 minutes just you killed it.
It's like watching The Room. You want to watch it to see how bad it is, but you can't stomach the damn movie.
It was horrible. Horrible.
Oh, God.
I don't know how we ended up here, but we did.
I'm so happy we ended up here. This makes up for all the lost footage. Bro, that was amazing. Do it again. That was great. I can't breathe.
It's fucking horrible.
That was beautiful, brother. Do it again.
Have you seen that graphics, bro?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I watched one of their, what was it, like Gator versus Shark thing?
I'm gonna put it to you this way. You remember Super Troopers? The one with like the giant bugs that they're shooting?
Yeah.
Those graphics are better. Neil Patrick Harris's performance in that was better. Damn. Like,
Oh, God, that was too good.
Anyways.
Fuck, what else were we talking about?
Back to what I was saying.
No, that was great.
So
we're talking about Broly.
It's unfortunate how Team 4-Star got tried. Yeah,
yes. You thought he forgot. You thought he forgot.
Back, right? So it's a shame how they got tried, but it's all YouTube. Now, we were talking about this in the lost footage.
Yes, in the lost. Is that what we're calling it now?
The lost
footage.
And I'm sorry, guys, if anybody's wondering if we're ever going to have a lost footage section, no.
No, because it's lost. It's fucking gone.
If we had that in the channel, it's just going to be the name, lost footage, actually recording. And there's going to be nothing in there.
We're actually recording. I'm just making sure we're actually fucking recording this time, because I swear to God, if we had lost that, I'd have been done. I'd have been fucking done for like a month. Flip it all. Fuck all of this shit.
Now, at the time of this recording, guys, mind you, my birthday's in a week.
Yeah, man.
So, we're going to get fucked up.
Yes, we are.
But that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing. We'll get into that. Just like when you said,
and I quote the day after. And mind you, you guys won't get it until like maybe a month later.
Oh, God, no. We're going to be so fucking hungover, it's not even going to be funny. That's assuming we're, like, awake enough
More
to
than
fucking
likely,
actually
we might film.
You want to do it just so we can have a hangover fucking
No,
week?
I'm probably still going to be fucked up. Yo, you're going to see one eye that way, this side that way. The eye that's this way is going to have a lowered seal. Like this.
Brother, you are on a fucking roll today. You are on a fucking roll, brother. Go.
And that was the tired one.
Right.
So, no, but it cracks me up because you know what? These bastards fucking do this to Team 4-Star, right?
Yeah.
YouTube does this to everybody. But I was saying earlier in the lost footage, it's understandable if you do this to people who are kind of like us, who have under 20,000.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, at the time of this recording, we have under 20,000.
Oh yeah. That's a very generous way to put it.
Yeah. I'm not telling them.
Thank you.
So, we have under 20,000. But, I will say this. For Team 4-Star, it's like I was saying before, it's like Dashie or any of those big people. It's like Markiplier or fucking, what's that guy's name? PewDiePie.
Yeah.
It's like his video getting demonetized or brought down, and then it's like, bro, we have millions of viewers. There's a difference if it was like someone low class.
Oh, absolutely.
But to do it to them, that's fucked up. And then tell you there's a waiting process. You gotta wait till we get.
Oh yeah, because that's the big kicker with YouTube. Anytime you contact YouTube, and every big YouTuber has had this problem. Oh yeah, I wanted to, but I was honestly mesmerized by how much damage I was actually doing. Because when I was running through with my
go for the tail.
I know you can do the.
No, you're about to die. Go for the tail.
Oh, what was it? It's
L1 circle. L1 circle.
That's the one. Good night, bitch.
But no. So it's amazing to me, honestly, because I don't understand why they would do that to their big celebrities.
Yeah, exactly. Because these are the people that bring in your numbers to your fucking website. These are the people that keep your website alive.
Now I can understand. Oh, there's no bias. Fine.
Yeah.
But to tell them you gotta wait till we get to you,
like you're every other fucking person.
But
that's how you know YouTube is fucked up as far as a system goes. If they can't even take care of the people who are actually bringing in their big numbers.
Wasn't there a shooter? Was it YouTube or was it Google? A couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, there was somebody like a gunman or something, and I don't know if it was Google or YouTube or something. But I mean, by any means, don't do that. Don't kill people over fucking lives or your videos and shit.
What?
But yeah, there was like a shooting or something. It was an employee, a disgruntled employee or something like that, and they started going on a rampage. They shot like 3 people.
And they filmed it?
No. They didn't film it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to see
that. I thought that's where you were going with that.
This ain't the dark web. But they were shooting people trying to make a point, or I forgot what the whole thing was. It was a minute ago, but they did that. It was either at Google or YouTube or something.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you get people like that when they're making a lot of money, bringing you that money, and you treating them like shit. You know what I mean? So like, I feel bad because Team 4-Star doesn't deserve any of the things they've been getting.
No.
Their videos are always being pulled. If they're not pulled, it's already too late to make money off of it from YouTube.
Yep.
You know,
Because
like,
that's how the process works. I remember we were saying this before in the lost footage.
It's about
48 to 72 hours is when you post up a new video. That's when you're going to get your biggest swell, right? So if your video gets demonetized, you do not get any of the revenue gained in the place where you make most of those views, right? You won't see any of that. And what's worse, if the video goes up and then gets taken down, you got all these people coming looking for the video that now don't get the video.
For those of you who don't want to do the math, that's about 3 days worth.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot of fucking money down the drain. And when you're a business, you rely on this shit.
And the problem is that with these videos, it might the first 72 hours counts, right? Yeah, the first 3 days count.
Yep.
But you won't get your video back till like maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks later.
God, yeah. It could be weeks. It could be fucking weeks before you get your shit back.
It's,
and by that point, it's done. It's already fucking done. And there's nothing you can do to do that. And YouTube has no way to fucking get around that.
I like how...
It's so stupid.
I like how Team 4-Star got around this by creating their own website. And
which was smart. Embedding the videos in there and just uploading there. Absolutely.
That's cool. But at the same time, it's like, did you really have to do that? You know what I mean?
think they were forced to that point because YouTube keeps taking their shit down. You know what I mean? And it's good because now you can see their shit on YouTube and on their website. Yeah. And they get traffic regardless. Obviously, they're always going to get more on YouTube because that's where they're known. But they haven't fully migrated over to their website yet. And that if they were to try and do that, it would take years. Literal years. And by that time, they'll have moved on to bigger and better projects, which more power to them. I hope they get into some of the biggest projects they ever get a hands on. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite things they did, I can't lie. You know, what I loved was how they did Vegeta. He sounds like Vegeta, and he like...
Oh yeah, he got taken over by Ginyu.
I love how I'm talking about Vegeta being Vegeta, and they're doing everything wrong with Vegeta right now.
He's the wrong Vegeta. He's Ginyu Jita. He's Ginjita. Or would it be Venu? Venu? He's Venu. Vegeta Ginyu. Venu. You gonna need more fucking juice for this. More sake.
This is worse than sci-fi.
Is that the name of the episode? This is worse than sci-fi.
But it's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, let's go back into the topic we were talking about before.
Which one?
Broly is motherfucking canon now,
canon
bitches!
Now.
Broly!
Canon now, yeah. We had, like, okay. So, I like his new design.
Yeah.
I really do. The scar and everything, that beautiful. I am kind of sad that the story and everything will no longer be the same.
Technically, yeah.
The reason why I say, technically, I understand why you're saying technically because they're gonna have some loose things from the past, but it's also a new story.
True.
You know?
And this will technically be his official canon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I am sad that the last couple movies weren't.
Yeah. Well, with the exception of the third movie.
But I'm glad they're getting rid of the bio Broly.
It's a win. It's a win and lose kind of thing. Like you take a little, you gain a little. Yeah. I kind of have to compromise here.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of like what they did with. You ever watch? How far into the X-Men universe did you get with Fox?
I've watched. They were the movies that I watched infrequently, so my memory of them is not all that great. But if you were to say something, I'd probably.
So 1 was good, 2 was good, right?
Yes, 1 and 2 were good.
3, a lot of people didn't like.
I never watched 3 all the way through. I saw that in bits and pieces.
3, a lot of people didn't like. Wolverine Origins, nobody liked really.
Which is weird because I actually liked Origins, like as its own.
I thought
thing.
It was decent.
You know what I mean?
But we were kids around the time.
Also true.
So I mean, if you watch it now, it's probably like really. You know?
Oh, probably. It's definitely not Logan.
Then the Wolverine came out. The Wolverine was pretty good, but nobody really cared for the Silver Samurai or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of a throwaway movie when you think about it.
Then it started getting good again because they started fixing the timeline.
Oh, yeah. Days of Futures Past and all that.
They did First Class, and then they did Days of Futures Time.
Right.
Days of Futures Past.
Right, and then Apocalypse kind of took down the third one.
Well, the Apocalypse, I didn't think it was a bad movie.
No, I'm saying just like, as the general consensus. I remember a lot of people like comparing it to the first trilogy in that the first 2 were good and the third one was like meh.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I really liked Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because they got Apocalypse kind of right. The only thing they didn't get right was, he's arrogant.
Right.
He got the arrogance to
a degree.
Yeah, but like he was like smiling arrogant, like old school Vegeta arrogant. You know what I mean?
Okay. I can dig that.
That was Apocalypse.
Right.
But so yeah, you have that, and now we're waiting for Dark Phoenix. Then you have the Logan movie, which everyone loved.
Oh, such a good movie.
But if you really think about it, that's Wolverine's third movie, so that's one of those where the first movie sucked.
Yeah, right.
The second movie was okay,
right.
And then the third movie was the shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you barely get those.
You barely
get those.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It's weird how the X-Men universe is working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that right there was like the Wolverine origins of the Dragon Ball Z movies. Bio Broly. That was like the worst of the worst you can do.
The worst of the worst.
Like bro, I've seen a lot of Dragon Ball movies.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, no, Bio Broly was a fucking travesty. And the worst part is when you compare it to what Broly was in the first movie. The second movie, he was still relatively intimidating, but he was almost like comically so. Like he was like, bad guy of the week. Yeah, like that's all he had been devoted to. But like, bro, like if you want proof in point, when Team 4 Star did their abridged version of the Broly movie, you knew they had respect for the fucking material because that was the Broly that not only was it the Broly that we always remembered, but it's the Broly we always wanted.
Yeah.
Because we tend to fetishize obviously our nostalgia, right? So when you take something like that and treat it with a degree of respect, you bring it to that level that we've always believed it to be,
bro.
Right?
Like if you rewatch the original movie, he was a man of very few words, and he was arrogant, but he was like the majority,
ruthless.
The majority of his fucking words was Kakarot,
exactly,
and blah blah.
But it also had that typical Dragon Ball Z thing where it's like a lot of space in between the fights. There wasn't really a lot of talking.
But now you watch the abridged version. Oh, that man was arrogant as shit.
Oh, and they did it perfect.
He's like, if you're God, then I'm the devil.
Oh.
Like what's up? Like,
oh my God, he's so goddamn cool. Yeah, like. That was us. That was everybody who ever saw the first Broly movie. That was us. Oh my God, I loved it.
Broly everyone
is death. Oh, so good. Like, and he fucking whooped up on everybody. That was something we hadn't seen up until that point. Where we're used to seeing Goku getting his shit kicked in. We're used to seeing Krillin get his shit kicked in. We're used to seeing Piccolo getting his shit kicked in. But the degree to which Broly did it with such a sort of nonchalance. The way he walked through a fucking Kamehameha was like the most badass thing in the world. Yeah, just walk through, picks Goku up by his fucking head.
And you know what makes me laugh though?
Yeah.
The way he picked up Goku and Goku just couldn't do anything. His head hurt so much just from being picked up that he couldn't swing or nothing. He just sat there just like,
Right?
Everybody's just laughed at him. He's like, that tickled.
Right? I still love it from Team 4 Star where Piccolo comes and he helps Gohan. He's like, Gohan, are you okay? Do you need juice? Did you get into the college that you want? And he's like, I don't think so. No!
Oh man.
Again,
okay.
Team 4 Star.
Yeah. To go back because
because we tangent it again.
Okay, so okay.
We got another half an hour or 20 minutes to talk.
Yeah, I know, but still, we spoke a lot in the last one.
We did. We're making up ground.
So that's the Team 4 Star situation. Yep. I'm sorry to cut it short, guys, but we definitely got a lot more shit.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, okay. So how far did we go? Because I was about to say something, but
we did Broly, we did Team 4 Star, we did YouTube monetization.
Okay, yeah. So I made this comparison. I said in the lost footage that you guys will never see, that it's like bringing Ned Stark back because he just started Game of Thrones.
That's right.
So it's like bringing Ned Stark back, and then he just turns into like
a Nightwalker.
A
booger Nightwalker.
Yeah. Well, you mean White Walker, but
sorry. What did I say?
Nightwalker.
Oh, sorry, White Walker. Yeah.
So
not racist ass.
You better not be. I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be Dust Budnies to just the NY Emperor Extra.
Right, yeah. Welcome to the Dust Budney. I'm NY Emperor X. Moose is dead. Racist asshole. That'll be the start of every episode.
I'll dedicate that mural of but it'll have like I have a dedication mural that's desecrated. Like fuck you, you fucking racist, you piece of shit.
Jesus.
Like if you really were racist,
yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't be friends.
Right? Yeah, basically.
But yeah, no. So it's like doing that. Like the Broly movie. What the fuck did you guys do, bro?
I don't know, man. And I think it's kind of a thing where it's like the movies as a whole, if I recall correctly, were actually never directed by Toriyama. They were always handed off. So I guess
the
that's
most
kind of
he did was do character design. And
yeah, exactly.
You know how sad it is that he wrote in the recent statement that revealed that it was Broly. I was told.
You see that 26 combo, by the way?
No, but he told them. Oh, I was told that that I did the character design for Broly.
Oh, so he doesn't even remember doing
He doesn't even remember fucking creating Broly.
I mean...
Like it was a movie guy. I forgot what his name was. The guy who was doing
Yeah, the actual guy who did
who created Broly, but it was Toriyama's
who
design.
drew it up. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which, throws it to you, how much he really thought of Broly as a one-off. You know what I mean? For a movie kind of thing. But... I don't know, man.
But Toriyama said the reason why he brought Broly back was because people loved him.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, he did! And it was totally fucking worth it.
You see?
So excited.
I agree with a lot of people. Like, for example, George R.R. Martin, the creator of A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones, he doesn't watch the boards, the theory boards, any of that.
Good for him.
Because he wants to, just go in it as it's his.
Absolutely.
And you got to remember, sometimes you got to write the story for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Instead of all for the fans, because that's what he did originally.
Absolutely.
He wrote it for himself. But Toriyama's the complete opposite from what I'm hearing. Like, he doesn't focus on it, but if he hears that people love it, he's bringing it back.
Oh, so he's a fan service kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because there's not a lot of Okay, there's kind of a lot of fan service in DBZ. Not
as
much.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, oh, everybody loves it, so I gotta always bring it back. No. He's not like that either. But I can name 2 times. This Broly situation is one, and originally, what did he want to do with Dragon Ball Z? He was gonna pass it off to Gohan.
He was gonna pass it. Yeah, that whole Gohan situation.
And then people were so mad. People were so mad that Goku was gone, and that it was gonna go to Gohan. What did they do? They nerfed fucking Gohan, and then they made fucking Goku the hottest shit. But you know why that pissed me off? Because that destroys
what he builds.
The 3 sagas of what was Gohan's build.
Yeah, man.
Gohan had hidden power that he just kept,
Oh god, yeah.
And everybody every time was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And the closest we ever got to seeing it, and I think it kind of in a response to a bit of that backlash on both ends, was what we got during the Majin Buu fight. Yeah. Where he got all his power unlocked, and then that was it. He gets his shit kicked in.
See, but I can explain why I didn't unlock it. I can't explain for everyone else.
Right.
I didn't. I liked the fact that Gohan was back to being on top for a second. I loved it.
Yeah, man.
My problem was he couldn't go Super Saiyan. He just kept.
Yeah, it was a weird power up, right?
I was like, yo, if he's gonna be Ultimate Gohan, then that means at his normal level, he's up there. But now if he goes Super Saiyan, holy shit! You know
yeah, right. Like they never properly explained that.
And then remember, for Gohan, he was the first Super Saiyan 2, so that means his other transformation would have been crazy. But no, we just leave him at black hair.
Exactly. Which is why when we originally got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, to me that was like the greatest thing in the world. Like to this day,
I remember watching it. I skipped school that day. I was a kid.
You were a bad kid, Jesus Christ!
No, I skipped school that day because originally I wasn't feeling good that morning. But I didn't know that was the day they were going to play Dragon Ball.
So you lucked out!
Yeah!
Yeah!
So, my mom, at the time, she was working at, she was working at a plastic surgeon's office. Okay? So, they had this one room that people would chill at sometimes. Yeah. But it was behind the counter, so I could go into an actual room. Yeah. And they had a TV back there.
Oh, shit.
So
go, brother, go.
So I was watching TV all fucking day.
Yeah.
At first I wasn't feeling good, and then like around, I want to say 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I started feeling better.
Right.
But
by that time.
But by then, my mom was already at work.
Exactly.
There's no way in hell I was going back to school.
After half a fucking day is gone? Hell no. Hell no. As a kid, you're like, no chance in hell. I'm still dead.
So I'm sitting there watching it, and mind you, my mom didn't get off back then till This is when Toonami was on weekdays.
Oh, wow, that's
So-
right! Toonami used to be during the day!
Yeah.
Yo!
It was during the afternoon. What was it? It was from like 4 till 7.
Right.
You know? Oh man, Cartoon Network. I can't tell
Cartoons!
I can't tell you how I miss the old school Cartoon Network.
Oh, yeah.
Old school Cartoon Network had everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everything. But whatever.
Yeah. That's another nostalgia conversation for another time.
Yeah. But you know, so what happened was I was sitting there, and my mom's like, "All right, I'm about to get off in a couple minutes, okay?" I was like, "All right, no problem." My mom got off like 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
I made her wait that 10 minutes so I could finish that episode. and half that episode was just go on.
So worth
You know, and, oh my God, he's going crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
And my mom's just sitting there. She's like, and she'd look at me and she's like, "Yo, we gotta go. Like, they're gonna close the building."
Right.
Like,
and you're just like, hold on!
it's almost
Man,
done.
that image of Gohan in Super Saiyan 2 with the tears in his eyes is like my favorite fucking image of Gohan ever.
Yeah, because what was it? They killed 16, right?
They killed 16, and 16 was like, just let it go, man. Just let it fucking go.
So that's the whole damn.
That's so good.
I love how everything I've been on a rant about.
We brought back up, and better!
No, it all came back to Dragon Ball.
Absolutely. Damn right! That's how you know we're playing an anime game, goddammit!
But anyways, how'd you like Game of Thrones, guys? Yeah, he just started Game of
we
Thrones.
just started Game of Thrones! Okay, well, hold on. Before we go to Game of Thrones, I have to make one statement.
Go ahead.
The only thing to this day, to me, that not necessarily tops, but is on the same caliber as Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, is Future Trunks mourning the death of Future Gohan by going Super Saiyan.
You know, those are technically canon.
Yeah.
Those are technically canon.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are true Dragon Ball fans, you guys know.
Future.
All the other Dragon Ball movies had nothing to do with the story, but Future, History of Future
History
Trunks,
of Future Trunks,
and Father of Goku, Bardock.
Yeah, the rewritten one.
No, the original was part of it.
Was
original
up until
canon.
the rewrite, yeah.
And it's technically still canon because in that one we see him die, right? But if you guys know the rewrite now, when he
didn't
died,
he got sent.
He
back
actually got sent back into the future. I still don't understand how that works, but
nobody fucking knows, man. It's Dragon Ball Z. You don't watch for consistency in the story. You watch because it's fucking Dragon Ball Z and it's awesome.
You know, that's the thing. Everything else we nitpick and we're
but Dragon Ball Z is like, no, Goku powered up.
Dragon Ball Z.
Goku's gonna beat Jiren. You know how I know? Because he's fucking Goku. I don't give a shit what happens. Yo, let's fucking go! Like, you lose your shit because it's DBZ. Same thing with One Piece, man. One Piece, Naruto, you sit back and enjoy it. You don't give a shit what happens.
For years, that was the big three.
Yeah, man. But wait, we're going off on a tangent again. Game of Thrones. I am the first.
The
big three.
There's only one left. Well, Super's still going. I mean, but
it's
at
not
this point,
Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Super.
You know, and at this point, is it even like that anymore? Because now they're gonna do the Heroes.
No, well, again, Heroes is all it's all fucking fan filler. It's not meant to be canon. It's not meant ever to be taken seriously. It's literally, if you like seeing this character, here they are again. But Super Saiyan 3.
Okay,
enjoy
it.
Future Trunks got Super Saiyan 3.
I hope that they don't make this like a huge series. I hope it's like a mini series, like just something for fun.
Supposedly, what they're calling it specifically, according to the translations I've seen, it is called a promotional series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not even made to be like all that crazy. Okay. I saw the first episode of it, mind you.
Yeah, was it good?
It was it was rush, obviously to get where I want it to go. But I like the premise. The premise is Future Trunks, because he meddled with the timelines the way he did, and being a human, he was locked up on a planet, which is actually not a planet. It's a culmination of different planets that have been smashed together. That's called a prison planet.
Kind of
right?
like this.
It's all locked together, right, with a giant chain.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah. So what they did is they brought in Poe, the dude with the glasses that we see in this game. He is basically, not the ruler, but like the prison ward of that place. So what he does is, as we find out, he brings people there.
He's a piece of shit in this game.
He is a piece of shit in the series, too. He brings people that he deems to be the strongest in the multiverses that he's been to. He brings them to this planet thingy, and he makes them fight, right? Each person that's on the planet has one Dragon Ball. The way you get off here is by getting the Dragon Balls together and basically wishing yourself off. Because there's no other way to do it. And the first person we run into is technically a GT Goku, because he goes Super Saiyan 4. And the first thing we see is a quick little bout between Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan 4. Small little bout. Nothing too fancy, but...
Multiverse theory. Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're going with.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta take the whole thing with, like, extra chunky salt.
Yeah, so...
It is not a real thing.
But, you know, on a more positive note...
Game of Thrones, man.
How do you like it?
Okay, for being only one season in, I must say, I fucking adore it. I was not expecting the level of quality in the writing alone for this show. Because from what I always saw, it was a series about very big exposition. And for me, exposition is very hard to do because it not only has to be engaging, but it has to be thought-provoking, especially when you're going to be a show centered around it. You can't just senselessly have words being thrown out. They have to make sense. There needs to be an underlying nature to it.
Right.
Game of Thrones does this in spades. I mean, every fucking conversation that comes out is just blows my fucking mind. Because every conversation that happens is not only told in my personal favorite, which is the Old English, sort of that medieval style, because I love medieval shit. Moose King. If you've seen any of my fucking banners, any of the artwork that was ever made for me, I love medieval shit. So, what we have is this beautiful, beautifully written Old English style with a combination of well-written characters who are not only decisive, but they have a past. They have existed. And what we're seeing now is more or less a smidget of the turning points in their life, because the show is not afraid to say, hey, in between this episode, a month went by, 2 months went by.
Yeah.
Time went on. The show is not just like, they woke up the next day and now they're in a fight with this person. No, shit happens. They have to live a regular life. Even the small times we've seen Daenerys, all those little turning points, she was still out with the Dothraki. So over the course of season 1, her skin gets a little darker, she's covered in dirt more often, she's got a couple scars here and there, little things. Little details like that, to me, make the fucking show.
Yeah.
Because they make the characters feel alive.
Yeah.
And I love that. And then they killed Ned! And I'm so goddamn ready for the rest of the show. Because that caught me off guard, and I love being caught off guard. I was expecting Joffrey to go the route of, oh yes, let's kill him, and then Cersei would be like, no, we'll get him in time, let him suffer, right? But Joffrey's like, no, he's gonna die! And Cersei's like, whoa, calm your tits, you little, oh shit, he's dead. Oh, fuck, now we have to deal with the ramifications of killing somebody off that we didn't plan to kill this early.
Mind you, Joffrey's already disobeyed her twice.
Yeah! And he slapped, and then she slapped the shit out of him, and he threatened her.
He
straight up threatened. He's like, if you do that again...
No. He didn't say.
Oh no, yeah. He's like, you will never hit me again.
He said he told her straight up. He's like, what you did right now is punishable by death.
Yeah, and because there was other people around to see it, and they all stopped for a second, and then they went back to working.
And then he went and he told her, he's like, that'll be the last time you ever hit me.
Yep. One of my another one of my favorite little things is when we got the scene between Ned and Littlefinger, right? Where he was talking about, okay, this person over there is a spy for this person's a spy for this person, yada yada yada. We still see that even later on in later episodes, where there's a sudden focus on, the little girl who's washing the floor standing next to the conversation that's going on between Cersei and Littlefinger. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of like a subtle reminder, like, hey, by the way, don't forget, people are listening, and this is how Spider knows what he knows, this is how Littlefinger knows what he knows, and it's important because these conversations will come up again.
Yeah.
Everything about this show forces you to pay attention, not only in what's being said, but what's being shown to you. Because these characters have problems, they have issues, they have ramifications to their actions. When they killed Ned Stark, there is now a war that nobody was ready to deal with. The Lannisters weren't ready to deal with. Nobody was ready for this. And everyone,
mind you, the Lannisters are the richest family in the fucking
because every goddamn kingdom is indebted to them. And that is not the smartest fucking way to do it. And I love it. And having Cersei and Jaime create this bastard
it's
child.
It's not just because they're indebted to them.
No, that's one aspect.
They're actually sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
They literally have gold farms inside that they're still mining.
Oh, yeah. So they're not only the most powerful, but they're the richest. They have resources that other places want. You know what I mean? They are very powerful in many respects. The only thing they're essentially missing is the crown, which they technically just gained by having their bastard son Joffrey be a Baratheon, essentially. And when it was discovered by the original Right Hand, that's why he was killed. You know what I mean? It's like, little details like that are great, because the show doesn't just throw information at you and say, oh my god, this is what you know now. Like when Ned found out about Joffrey, right? It actually took me a minute to go, what is he reading and why is that significant? You know what I mean? And then when he says it out loud, the whole, dark of hair, blonde of hair. And Ned just goes quiet. He doesn't sit there and tell you, oh my god, this is the bastard child of Jaime and Cersei. The camera forces you, and it sits there to give you a second to figure this shit out. It gives you time to put pieces together. And I love that the writing respects you as a viewer enough to let you do that.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is good writing.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Game of Thrones is beautifully made.
If it stays in this entire fashion for the whole series, I am more than fucking ready to go. I am more than ready to go. I wish I had more time in my day to enjoy this show. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, it's not perfect.
No show is. But you can look over these minor differences because of how amazing the rest of it is.
The problem is that George R.R. Martin takes forever.
Oh yeah,
he takes forever.
Oh yeah,
and I love it. I forgot what author.
Stephen King, when he was sitting on stage talking to Stephen.
No. There was this author. I forgot who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Another famous guy. He goes and he wrote to people because everybody's harassing George now.
Yeah.
When's the next book coming out? Hurry up!
Yeah.
Why are you out there having fun?
That's what happens.
Go back to your cellar and write the book.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this guy tweeted, George R.R. Martin is not your bitch. You know what I mean? And that shit started trending. It turned to a whole thing.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Good, man. Good.
But it is true though. He takes too damn long.
Yep.
It's been 7 years since the last book.
No shit. He takes forever. Jesus Christ.
Like he's taking too long. You know what I mean? And he still has 2 more books, and he's not getting any younger.
No, he's not. But remember that conversation you showed me between Stephen King and him? When Stephen's like, yeah, I go home and I knock out like 10 pages in a day. And Martin's like, how do you do that? I can't do that. I'm lucky if I get through a page in a day. You know what I mean? But you can see, obviously, the quality reflects this. You know what I mean? Stephen King has huge volumes of things. And there is good shit in there, but it's not, to me, at least from what I'm seeing, it's not the same quality that Martin pumps out.
It's not on the same level.
For instance, Jim Butcher, he's the writer of my favorite series, the Dresden novels, right? He takes roughly 3 years, 2 to 3 years to write a book, right? And this is also including the fact that not only does he write it, but he goes through the whole publishing process and everything and actually gets the audiobooks recorded so that when the book goes live, everybody can enjoy it, whether it's audiobook or standard outright, right? So it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same deal. If you put what I'm getting at is that if you put an excess of time into your books, more often than not, good will come of it. Right. And I give Martin, the credit for wanting to put that in, especially given how fiercely he throws information at you from the beginning. Right. Because that now not only becomes information that you have to keep up with, but it becomes information that he has to keep up with. And there's going to be loose ends and ties everywhere because no story is perfect. And it is up to him to draw as many conclusions to as many things as possible because that's what he has in front of him, is a multitude of different things and how they could go and in which way. But if one little thing doesn't get resolved, the internet's going to lose its goddamn mind. And I feel bad that Martin now has to deal with that pressure on top of his extremely successful series.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it now is that the series, they're saying that in the series, it's all going to lead up kind of the same way. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's going to be some things that are different. Obviously, there's some characters in the show that are alive and are dead in the book, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
But that it's supposedly it's all going to end pretty much the same way as the last season is going to.
Okay. Supposedly.
But we'll see because even George said sometimes his mind changes and he makes these changes in the book,
and it's his fucking right to do so. You know what I mean?
So I mean, he's the author, and what I respect about him is, like he said, I'm making this story for me.
And good for him for doing that. Despite fame, good for him for doing that. I understand there's probably been...
For years, the movie studios were like, oh man, Lord of the Rings came out, bro. Mm-hmm. We want to take your movie and we want to... we want to take your book and turn it into a movie.
Yep.
And he didn't want to do it because he's like, no, it's too much. It's too much to put in a movie.
Yep.
You guys just want to focus on one character, and this story's about
everybody. This is about families and kingdoms and queens and kings. Yeah, Jesus, it's beautiful.
So it's like he's like, no. But then he realized that HBO sounded like a really good place to do it because you get hour slots. You're focusing on movie. On every aspect.
Absolutely.
It's a show.
Absolutely.
And you're getting multiple episodes. I mean, think about it. You got 10 hours just for the first season.
Yeah, it's great. I have to say, and of course, obviously, being that you're on HBO, no commercials. So you can write full 58-minute episodes, a full hour of actual content. And by the gods, this is also it's also worth noting that while Martin was the one who put this all together, hats off to the directors and the producers of the show.
Well, they're actually the ones who put it together.
Really?
They went to him.
Oh.
They went to him.
Then fuck yeah, hats off to that crew.
Yeah, it's two guys. You'll see D.B. Weiss or something like that, and I forgot the other guy's name.
Right.
It starts with a D as well. I think it's David. But they both went to him, and this is the only way it was marked off. There's a reason. I know we're going off on a tangent, guys. And
we always go off on a fight. We start talking Game of Thrones.
We're about to call it a night for in a minute, but one thing I was going to say was that to get the show approved by George, because remember, he has to sell the rights to let them do it, right? They supposedly they were speaking over lunch. Lunch turned into dinner, and then it turned to the restaurant closing, and they had to leave.
No shit!
But here's what got them the yes. They said, I'm not trying to ruin it for you, but I will say this. They asked... to get the answer, basically, he was like, okay, let me ask you a question. Who's Jon Snow's mother?
Oh, they wanted that answer.
No, George wanted that.
Oh, no shit.
He goes sit down. He's like, you guys are fans of the show, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Or not the show, the books and everything.
Right.
So, from what you know, who's Jon Snow's mother?
No shit. And they got it right?
They got it right, and he greenlit the show.
Hey, all right. If that ain't a fucking, origin story for a show, man. Yeah. If that ain't a fucking origin, I love it.
Greenlit the show.
I love it. Good God. Everything about this show is just great. Everything about it. Fucking Trunks, I don't need your goddamn help. But in the meantime...
Like they say, there's life before Game of Thrones and after Game of Thrones. There's nothing else.
In between.
I'm telling you, you already got the bait, and that's it. You're hooked.
Oh, absolutely.
You're already hooked.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait till you start going. You just started season 2.
I love it.
You just started season 2.
I love it.
Wait till you. Trust me, you're gonna love it even more.
I'm excited. Nevertheless, guys, brush that dust off your shoulders. Brush that dust off that beautiful ass subscribe button. Brush the dust off your favorite fucking house. Tell us about your favorite house in the fucking comments, man.
Targaryen Stark, bitches. Only 2.
So far,
fuck the other houses. Fuck Baratheon. Fuck Lannisters.
As much as I hate the Lannisters, I've got to respect their plotting.
I hate them.
I hate them too, but I've got to respect them.
They could all suck my dick from the back, nigga.
Basically. If you really like what we do here, share us out to your friends, guys. Tell everyone you've ever met and everyone you've never met about what it is we do here, because that is the only way we will continue to grow each and every week with you guys. Because trust me, we do fucking appreciate it.
And not for nothing, come on, this episode was one of the best of the
hell yeah. This is the best of the whole fucking week, man. This is easily the best of the whole goddamn week. Don't you guys think so?
This week was kind of... So if you see this shirt and this haircut right now, I was very tired. Okay? But now it's like mid-afternoon, almost evening.
Right.
So trust me, I'm already at that point where it's like, hey, fuck it, I'm awake.
Right. And if you guys absolutely love what we do here, support us with a tip on Patreon. It helps us keep the show growing and doing all these great things that you guys love.
Bro, even
it's literally the only way.
$1 would help.
Every little bit counts, trust me. And trust me, we've got ideas to make the show bigger, better, badder, you name it. We've got ideas. We just need currency to keep things moving. But nevertheless, guys, we will see you in the next episode. Peace.
Bye, bitches. House Stark. House Stark. House Targaryen. House Targaryen. Bye.